What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Dave Like. I've got 1, 2, 3, and 4 boxes of the Roku Smart Bulb SE. You're like, what? Roku makes lights? Yes, now they do. It's part of their Roku Smart Home system, and this is coming at a really important time. I'm having so many problems with my current lighting situation, which I'll go into further detail later in the video. But for right now, let's just go ahead and focus in on one of these guys so you can see what's going on in this box. So this is a Wi-Fi connection, which is very important to note because some, smart bulbs are not Wi-Fi enabled, and you will use the Roku Smart Home mobile app, and it's going to cost very simply $1.45 for the yearly energy cost, which is based on 3 hours a day, around 11 cents a kilowatt hour. Of course, it depends on your costs and how many hours you're using it for. The lifespan should be around 22.8 years based on this, and the energy usage is 12 watts. So this is the warm level to the cool level. Good range. I think it is slightly more watts than my Philips Hue ones. So here we are, 16 million colors. All right, sounds cool. Should be really simple with the Smart Home app that I'm about to download. On the other side, it's kind of just going through general features, which makes complete sense. And I think that this is really important, is that there's no hub required because it's Wi-Fi based, right? And also, what it should really say here is too, you only need your Roku account, right? You'll be using a different app, the Smart Home app, but it'll be signing on through your Roku account, which you probably already have on your TV, right? Oh, I should have turned on the TV. Let me just click it. It's clicking on. Anyway, so it's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and open this guy on up right now. All right, so what do we have in here? Could you imagine? Is it two? I can't. Oh, there we go. Oh. 2 light bulbs. What? Oh my goodness. Get that off of there. Oh baby. Give it to me. Oh yeah, look at that. Roku color. Because there is a white only Roku light bulb that you can get as well. So, pretty sick. Let's go ahead, plug it on into the very first one that we've got over here. So, this is the Philips Hue light bulb, and I'll give you kind of a walk around so you can kind of see it in action. It looks good to me. I really like the color, like the brightness. This is why we got this light bulb, is because it gives off mood, which these 2 light bulbs right here are also Philips Hue, so we can have some fun colors over there, which is cool. The ones at the top are not, and these are not. So I'll kind of walk you through this one as well as a Philips Hue. And I think that is there's one over there in the corner that's Philips Hue. So we're going to change them all out. One of the things that I've been experiencing, ignore the complete mess with my Roku sound. There's a media console there. Just imagine, it's imaginary media console. The problem that I've been experiencing with the Philips Hue light bulbs is that you turn them on, you turn them off, you have all of your colors set and your brightness set, but for some reason it will just kind of reset the brightness and reset the colors to being what you didn't want in the first place. And then the wife happens to yell at you saying, fix it. And you're like, I'm tired. I can't do this on a daily basis, which I've been experiencing. And it will connect with the Hue bridge is what they call it as well. And this needs to be plugged into power as well as like your router to connect to the internet. And then, of course, you need the Philips Hue Smart app or whatever they call it. So this has kind of been solved with Philips Hue because now Philips also has a Wi-Fi based light bulb, which uses a completely different app. And I actually have them outside of my house, and I'll show you that later in the video. So let's go ahead and plug this on over there, so that you can get a sense of what it all looks like. This particular lampshade is very nice. We bought it separately from the lamp. I liked it. Let me know in the comment section. Oh, I just broke it. Let me know in the comment section if you like it too. Maybe I should turn off the light before I... How do you do that? But so this is the light bulb itself. Philips has tons of different light bulbs, tons of different sizes. And that's kind of the annoying thing with the Roku is they just launched. They only have one size right now, but let's go ahead and compare it. A little hot. So this is their 800. It says white and colored. Completely different shape, obviously, but similar in essence. Let's go ahead, grab this, moving on over. Fingers crossed it just turns on. Ooh, it's green. Okay, that's a good default color. So it's pulsating, just a little difficult to see. There it is. It's pulsating right now, and part of the reason for that is because you're supposed to go to the Roku Smart Home app. So let me go ahead and show you how you get that app and what you do with it. All right, it's a little bright. The Roku bulb has turned white at the moment, so I don't know why exactly it was flashing green, but it's no longer doing that. Looks pretty good, right? Using a different camera this time as well than my cell phone that I was filming on 2 seconds ago. So I've already downloaded the app. Let me start the video screen recording on my phone so you can follow along with me. Welcome to the Roku Smart Home. The very first thing that you've got to do is log into your Roku account, or create one if you don't already have one. And I have already logged in 2 seconds, just like that. Isn't that great? There's a verification code. Okay, sure. Let me go ahead and paste that on in. And then we will now be verified. It's important, I think, to allow the app to know your location. So now that we're here, this is the home screen. We're going to click on Add a Device. The very first one is our light, which we do have the smart bulb colored. So screw in the colored bulbs. New lights will be pushing immediately, or pulsing immediately, and this means that they're in pairing mode. If your lights aren't pulsing, turn them on and off 3 times to enter the pairing mode. So that's what we've got to do right over here. Looks like it's no longer pulsating. So 1, oh, it was just about to do that anyway. So, got dirty. Hello fuzz. So okay, so it's pulsing. We're gonna click on allow my location while using the app, sounds fine. Allow Bluetooth access. Okay, so we're gonna click on allow. Turn on your Bluetooth. All right, so now we're going to the next. And now we've got to connect to our Wi-Fi. Okay, and then whoa, thank you, light shining right in my eye. All right, so it looks like we've got the light bulb. It used to be green, no longer green, but we've got it. We'll probably be able to, now it's blue. Okay, cool. Can we change that color? Oh, it's connecting to the light bulb. Okay. So anyway, the name of the light bulb is Color Bulb 1. I don't really like that, so we're going to change that, and we can change also the icon that we use to identify the bulb. So instead of doing just a light bulb, I'm going to do actually that's a really nice lampshade because that's kind of what we have here. And I'm going to call that living room because that's where we're at. Living room lamp. Great. So we're finished naming the light bulb. And so just like that, we're done. Oh, you don't want a green light? Okay, let's go ahead and change that. So we've got the light on. Oh, there's a firmware update, of course. Let's update it now, see how long it takes to do that. Feel free to leave this page. Your smart bulb color will restart when the update finishes. Okay, it did just update, so it should be connected now. Let's see it. It's set to 50% brightness. A little bright for my taste. Yep. We can make it brighter. We can turn into the Incredible Hulk, obviously. So that's pretty cool, pretty legit. Really simple to turn it on and off, right? Boom, just like that. Turning it on, making it brighter, pretty fast, and responding about this, it's great. One of the things that, of course, we have are a bunch of scenes. You've got your color, temperature scenes, as well as color scenes. Depends on what your mood is, kind of a thing. Obviously, I think that we'll be able to kind of set our own scene and create our own scenes if we wanted to, but we'll figure that out soon. Right now, we're just going to play around with the color. So it looks like we're in the green area. And if I change it to just white, you can also see at the very top, it shows you the color of the light as well. Okay. So it's pretty fast at changing the color, right? That's pretty responsive. We also have temperature. So instead of playing with just the color, you can see the temperature here between the various, shades of white if we wanted to do that. So we have daylight and then cool white, soft white, etc. We should be able to save this, save as a new scene. So this is where after we find our color that we want and the brightness that we want, we go ahead and save the scene, which we call it living room. Click on the OK button and there it is, saved right there. So if we ever want to just like quickly play around with the other colors, we can select whatever it is that we want. And then we're like, oh, I want to go back. It's back. Pretty straightforward to do all of that. Of course, this is just with one light. Let's play with all the other lights that I just got and put them all together, and we'll be able to group them soon. All right, so I've got these pendant lights. They're really fun to have colored lights in them because the whole globe just totally turns to whatever color it is that you want. But these in particular, again, change colors when you don't want them to sometimes. Okay, so I'm screen recording again. We're going to add a device. We're going to click on lights, colored lights, yabba dabba doo, going through this whole setup. One new light found. And just like that, easy peasy. So this particular light, we're going to call it, I don't know, globe. That sounds like fun. Globe 1. And let's see what kind of, cool. I guess that guy works. It's fun that they have little pictures there. So we've got our globe 1. We got to update it, of course. As that's updating, takes a little while too. We're going to change this guy on out. In the meantime, as that's updating, remember we can exit out of this page and add a new light. We're going to call this globe 2, remember? So I think one of the things, as you can imagine, is I want both of these pendants to be the same color. How does one do this? Okay, so it looks like I'll have to hit the plus and add device group. So we will do a lighting group and we're going to call this globe. So we're going to add globe 1 and globe 2. Click on done. And so now the globes are the same. So we're going to find the perfect color with the color wheel. Oh, this is a kind of tutorial. Swipe right. Okay, got it. Thank you. Save your favorite colors as swatches for, quick ways to go through them all. But you can see here it does indicate globe 1 and 2 are slightly different colors. Okay, it took me a couple seconds to figure this one out. When you want to change both of the lights at the same time, obviously at the very top, make sure that they're selected, and then you're going to hold down, and then we can drag it around, okay? Now, when you want to just choose one of the globes, we're going to, again, select just that one, and now hold down, and you can change the color with. All right, so this is the other Philips Hue lamp that I have. It was one of those situations where I just didn't want the light to be too bright. I also wanted it to have more yellow tones than white tones because the cabinets here are already white. So you got to be careful with the coloring system. And what cabinets you say? Those cabinets right there. You see how it reflects light all around. So I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't too sterile and white. So as, of course, it's flashing, I'm going to go ahead and just add it to my list. We're going to call this one lamp, kitchen lamp. Welcome to my entry room. This is the entry lamp that I'll call it on the Roku app. I actually found this lamp outside one night, wandering the mean streets of my neighborhood. It was a steal, if you know what I mean. So we're gonna go ahead and turn off that light. Goodbye, Philips Hue, goodbye, goodbye. This light is very important because this is your last checks, you know, before you leave the house. With this particular mirror behind it, you want to be able to make sure that, you know, you look good before you leave for a night on the town. Oh yeah. The next things that I'm going to do are pairing this lamp, that lamp, and the kitchen lamp. The reason because I just want them to be generally the same color and same brightness volume. I like it that way. So again, what we're going to do is click on the plus, add device group. We're going to go to lighting group, and we're going to do the entry lamp, kitchen lamp, and living room lamp. We're going to call the group main lights, I guess. House lights, main lights, close enough. We can change it later. So we're going to click on done, and just like that, now we have two groups, making it very easy to understand the different sections of lights that I want. And we're going to click on main lights. So we have our three lights there. We're going to click on them all to change them. I'm actually, instead of playing with the color wheel, I'm going to play with the wheel of white light. And I want them all to be around here. It's nice that there's a number. It says 2,623 kelvins, I think. So it gives us an idea as to where it is that we are. Just to play around with that. What was that number that I just said, 2,600? How do we get back to that? Around there somewhere. And again, the brightness is slightly different across all three of them right now, but if I do like it around 32%, I just wiggle it around and play with them. You can see that they're all adjusting within the app itself. And let's go ahead and show you my house, shall we? Do a little house tour. So again, the entry room. And as we step in from the entry room, you can see I did play around with these lights, the pendant lights, a little bit further. And that lamp over there looks pretty nice. And that lamp over there looks pretty nice. It's all kind of in the same family of white colors and general brightnesses that you want it to be. So I like it. Okay, so that was really easy to do. I do want to just go ahead and show you the general experience with the Philips Hue lights and that app, just so you can get an idea as to what it looks like. This is the home screen of the Philips Hue. Very similar to go back and forth now between the Roku Smart Home and the Philips Hue. Obviously, we can change our brightness based off of the groups that we've already previously set. We can't do that right there on the home screen, but we can turn them on and off, which is useful. That being said as well, when we go back over here, we can play around by clicking on in. So these are the porch lights. You know what? Actually, let me click on kitchen, because you can see that there are two lights here at the very bottom, and you have a bunch of scenes that I've already previously selected. So it's a very similar experience that we get with the Roku experience on the app. Just again, slightly different arrangement. I do want to show you, as I stated earlier, that I do have those Philips Wi-Fi bulbs outside, and now that it's turning into kind of a nighttime, let's go ahead and swap out those bulbs. As I stated, it's Halloween time, so I've got the lights set to like orange, red, you know, match the pumpkins and the vibe of the house. It's cool, I like it. But we're gonna be swapping these on out. These are the Philips Wi-Fi bulbs. You can see, you know, they illuminate a good portion of the porch. So hopefully the Roku ones will do the same. The whole light bulb is not really illuminated. It's just 2 points within this particular color. So it's not as bright as what the light bulb generally could be. Let's take it out. Here it goes. Visually, the Roku one is so much tinier, so it's not taking up the whole space, but Let's see if the wife cares. Can you tell which one the Roku bulb is and which one is the Philip bulb? It's pretty hard actually in this camera. In person, I can see the color differences, but they look very similar on the camera. Anyway, I would say that this one is the Roku bulb, as you probably already know. But the brightness is there, you know, which is really interesting. These should technically be brighter, but I would say it's not the case. And maybe it's just because of this particular light color is messing that around, but let me go ahead and play with that. I changed it to a different color now, the middle one, the Philips, and it does seem pretty bright. So you see how it has more of the light ring lit on up this time? I know it's awful to look at, but yeah, previously it was just this one and this one that were lit on up. We didn't have all these around it, this ring. So definitely less light was being emitted in the first place on this particular color. So this is with the Roku light bulbs and all three of them. I'd say this is brighter. So I'll probably have to play around with the brightness, which is a cool thing. I figured you might want to see the porch with different colors. Obviously, let's just choose a red one. Then why not green while we're at it? And blue never hurt anyone, right? So now we're almost turning into Christmas. Okay, so I'm done setting up all the lights throughout my house. I do want to just show you the Philips Wi-Fi app that I have to use that's different than the Hue app that you use if you have the Philips Hue lights that require the Hue bridge. So this is it. They call it Wiz, right? And it's not that pretty of an app. I mean, it's easy to access all my features that I want to, but if I go ahead and click on one of these lights that I want to change on up, I can set the brightness, I can set the color, which these are all customized colors. I have to scroll down to custom color and then change it down here and add it if I wanted to add it as a custom color in the future and just remember that color. So now my light bulb is this light cyan is the name that they're calling it. It's relatively function-wise exactly the same, but the design of it and the functionality of the hardware and the software, it just is something that's shitty. I mean, first off, it's two different apps, the Wiz and then the Philips Hue app. Both of them have their own usernames and passwords. And so why not just have a unified experience? And that unified experience can be done on the Roku side of things. Again, you won't get necessarily all the light bulb variant types that you're looking for, but if you're just looking for a standard light bulb, then you can go ahead and try it all out. They do also right now have light strips, but I'm not exactly looking for those just yet. I want one that could replace one behind my TV that is a Philips Hue one. What's kind of cool about that particular one, it will sync on up with what's going on my TV. It'll actually look at it and then adjust the colors to what the visual information on my TV is. It's a really neat feature. Maybe one day Roku will be coming on out with a light strip like that, and then I'll definitely be switching it on over as well. So if you found this video helpful, smack the like button, as well as you can subscribe to my channel for more content in the future. And if you have any questions about these Roku bulbs, let me know in the comments section below.